Could Tesla be staring down bankruptcy? I remember about a year and a half ago, Elon Musk posted on, it may have been still Twitter then, X, that he was looking for lawyers, that he needed to hire lawyers for Tesla in particular. And this got me thinking, you know, U.S. automakers for a long time have had lots of liabilities. And when you start a new company, you have very little by way of liabilities. You don't have to worry about the risk of being sued because you don't have a lot of products out there that can cause problems. You don't have a ton of customers who could be running into issues where they're injured by your product. And so you don't end up with a lot of liability concerns. Now, I understand that Tesla has arbitration agreements that keep people from being able to sue. You have to go into arbitration. But that's only if you're in a situation where you've got a contract with Tesla. If you're injured because of somebody else's Tesla and it's a fault of that car or you're a passenger in the vehicle, then there's nothing that's necessarily going to stop you from suing Tesla directly. And people can probably get around some of these arbitration agreements. Now, Teslas have killed and injured a lot of people. They are now recognized as a very dangerous car. People talk about the Ford Pinto having lit on fire and injuring people, and the cost to Ford was only a matter of dollars to repair them, and that was one of the things that led people to be very cynical about it. But Teslas have killed lots of people, and Cybertrucks just look like a rolling threat on the road to other people and the occupants in them. I mean, they just look stupid. But it's not just that, like major manufacturing defects and misdescribing the vehicles, lying about what their capacity was when it came to Cybertrucks, has really put them in a situation where they are probably now, they've accumulated a ton of liability. And again, this happens with like every business. Even as a lawyer, when I started my own firm, I didn't have to worry about maintaining a bunch of old closed files and things like that. But then time goes on and you have all of these additional expenses that relate to the fact that you've existed for a while. And that has got to be, one of the issues that they're facing. And I assumed when I saw that he was posting that they needed lawyers, that he was concerned about liability issues. And now we look at it and we're starting to think, well, okay, he's also like sunk the company recently by, walking around and doing Nazi salutes, being a Nazi, behaving in this way. People don't want to drive their cars, don't want to be seen in their vehicles. The sales have just plummeted. They're dropping off all over the place. And the sales statistics that we've got mostly are from the previous quarter, like the end of last year. And the worst of his behavior has been in the last few months or in the last month and a bit. So, it really, the sales were already sliding. And now we've got this circumstance where you got to think that people are not wanting to be buying Teslas, certainly not Teslas new. And we've got companies like Volvo that are targeting Teslas saying, come switch to a Volvo, and you'll get some money off. You'll save yourself some money. So, I'm starting to think that maybe he knows how bad the situation is and has known for a while. And you're wondering, why is he behaving like this, not working in his company, not being the guy on the ground fixing the problems with Tesla? Why is he not there? And here's another thing about running a company and an organization. If you're running a bigger organization like that, you often have a long-term view where things are going, and sometimes the long-term view is things going off the cliff. And he's got to recognize that Chinese manufacturers are in a much better place to be able to compete with Tesla with more innovative things that they've got that they can produce for much less money. He complained about wages before, and he's basically wanted to have slave labor in his factories, and that has been one of the things that is a tell. And so I think he's known for a long time that Tesla is on the rocks, that he could see where this is going, that liabilities were going to hurt them, and that the company was going to be struggling to survive because they weren't innovating, and there's lots of innovation going on in China. And then, of course, now we see him destroying the image of the brand, as we've seen over the last year, and that much worse in the last couple of months. I think Tesla could be, I've been saying Dodge and Chrysler and Jeep are probably going to be the first U.S. automaker going down as a result of Trump, but Tesla might be going down faster than that as a result of Musk and Trump. and it's going to be interesting to see. But I suspect that he's abandoned Tesla because he recognizes that this is a company that's now destined to fail. Started as a big innovator, and it's really no different than many of these tech companies that came and went, flash in the pan.